Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yottabyte. Today we are going to learn a worldwide famous programming language, that is R. At the end of the video, if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask in the comment section, or you can mail me to my mail ID that I'll give it in my description box. So with no further delay, let us get into the topic. So this R software has been invented by Ross Ihaka and Robert Gentleman in the University of Auckland, New Zealand in the year 1993. So with the name of these two gentlemen, R has been named as R. So these two gentlemen starting letters are, so with that the software has been named like this. So why we have to use R when you have so many other programming languages like C, C++, Java, etc. etc. So first thing is R is open source and it is compatible with all the operating system, either it may be Windows, Mac, Linux, Ubuntu and everything, and it is completely statistical where you have excellent graphical outputs. When you plot and see something, then only you can able to know how R is visualizingly good. So it has a vast community and it is fun filled and easy environment, and it has more than 10,000 libraries installed. So if you want a particular library, you can install it and you can directly give the input and get the results immediately. So next is how R is being used in companies. So these are the four major companies that we use in our day-to-day life. So we know very commonly. I am not restricting the application of R only with these four companies. Just we are very familiar with these four companies. So I just wanted to give it as an example. So first, when you see Facebook, so this Facebook updates the status and social network graph only using this R software. So whereas Twitter, they used to monitor the user's experience using this software. So all the four companies, New York Times and Google, all will use R software in a different way. So everyone is not using in the same manner. It means that R is performing various activities in every environment. So now let's see how R works. So it has functions and operators. You have libraries in the other side. So active memory is nothing but, here I have mentioned some active memory, right? So active memory is nothing but your PC screen. And the hard disk is inside the CPU, what it happens. Inside the memory, what has happened. So functions and operators, these are given to library on functions. So these libraries and functions are already installed, or some of the packages may be updated. So when you give data, this will go to the library, it will perform, and finally you will get the results over here. So now let's see how to install and download R. So when you go to this particular website, you can able to download R. So this is for Windows user. So for Mac user and Linux user, I'll give the link in my description box so that you can go and download over there. So since I am using Windows, I have used this link. This will also I'll give in description box. So you can install it. So in my system, I have already installed R. So this is what it looks like. You have four panes. First is the source editor. Let me type over here so that you can get a clear vision. Source editor. And here the rightmost corner is the workspace browser. So whatever you type here, you execute here, it will be stored here. Whatever objects you are giving here, when you execute it, it will get stored here. This will act as an history of your program also. So this is the console part where you can get your results. And this is the plotting part, and where you can see all your graphical representation, all those, and you can install and update the packages over here. So when you type some package name like R part, so it will get displayed over here. Can you able to see? So you can click it and you can install it to your library. So likewise you can get the help over here, and using this help command also you can ask your doubt through online, or you can clear with this. See, if I want to know something about T series or something, I can click here. So the searching string was T string and T series, and it has given these are the results. So you can click and open each and everything and you can have a look at it. So these are the menus which we already have in all the Office, PowerPoint, Excel and all, like file, edit, code, view and all those. So view here, if you couldn't able to see all the four panes in your window, just go to view, panes, show all panes. So in my case it is already enabled, so you can go with this, and if you click this you will get all the 4 panes in your window. So when coming to one most important option that somebody wants to use, you can use it. Go to tools, global options, you can have general, code, appearance and all. You can go to the appearance, there you can see some of the themes provided. So you can change over the themes which is good or which suits you, and you can zoom the level to 110, 120, 130 and all. So I'm fine with 110. And editor, font. So font like Times New Roman and all, you can go with whatever font that you're comfortable with. And font size 10, 11, 12 and you can increase over there. And the editor theme, this is the main thing. Some of may have clear vision, some may not. So if you click, see, this is what the themes. So Crimson Editor will have like this, Clouds will have like this, Clouds Midnight will have like that, and Tomorrow Night Blue will have like this, Tomorrow Night Bright. So I am comfortable with Tomorrow Night Bright. So let me click apply, and your windows will automatically get changed. So whatever theme you have applied for, it will get changed. Okay, so now we'll see a very important command. See, if you are opening your program after 10 days or 1 month, you don't know what you have done. So just give some title like this, tutorial 1, and the date is 27/4/2020. So what happens is, these are the comment lines. You know that these are the comment lines, but R doesn't know these are comment lines. It will just execute like a code only. So if you want to run a line, either you have to press run or run over here, or you can click the line, you can place the cursor over here and click control and enter. That line will get executed. So if you see here, it had shown some error. Object tutorial not found, object date not found. Why? Because we only know this is a comment section, but R will execute it like a code. So what to do is, in order to give few lines as a comment line, that line should be preceded by a asterisk symbol. So when you run this now, it will not show any error. Okay, see, the first line got executed, and when you go and put slash for the second line also, now when you run both the lines, it will not get any error. Okay, so a comment line should be preceded by the slash symbol. Okay, so if you want, next important thing is, if you want any help regarding the comment, type help of some comment if you want. See, I want to know about max. What is the max? So it should be represented. See, I have made a mistake. I have given only max. I have forgot this apostrophes. So R has automatically made it. Now when I click enter, it will automatically define me what is maxima and minima, what it is used for and all those. See, here you can see a vast explanation about that function. Or you can type it here also. See, min. The same thing will appear. Okay. If you want to get help regarding some special characters, say for example, this bracket I just wanted to know what is used for. Now click enter. You can directly click over here. You need not type every time over here and then execute it. You can directly type some lines that you want to execute just for a few minutes. You can directly type in the console pane. Okay. So if I click over this special character, see, it has given me a vast explanation about what for it is used. See, x of I, this braces has been used here. X of 1, that is I, you can replace it with 1, 2 or 3. So x of I comma j, I comma exact true. So in this way, this braces are used. R tries to explain us that these braces are used in these places. That's it. So comment section is over and help is over. So I just now wanted to create few objects. Say for example, I'll give A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3. So when I run this line, what happens is unexpected symbol, because I didn't separate these 3 objects. I have to give semicolon and when I run this line, your objects are get automatically stored in this environment section. Can you able to see this? So otherwise you can delete the semicolon, or you can proceed it in the next line. So now when you run it line by line, say I'll change the value so that you can able to understand. So 22, 32. Okay. Now when I run this, see, it is executed. Now the values are changed. And one more thing, did you notice that the previous values, when I give a is equal to 10, again I give a is equal to 9. Now when I run this line, the value of a gets changed here because R is case sensitive. So every time you have to use different name for each and every object. Okay, so when you run this and this, now see both the values are visible for us. Okay, so and if you want to know what all the objects are there in your program, just type objects and click enter. So these are all the objects you have used till now. Otherwise you can use ls option. When you click here, see, now if you want to remove any one of the objects, you can use the command rm of a. Click enter. Now see, you can able to see here, you can able to check here that a is removed. Otherwise again you can give like objects. Okay, and click enter a1, b and c. So here a is missing. Either you can see here or you can go to the environment pane and you can see here. And did you notice that again when I want to run this object command, again I started typing this. So R is as this way also, that you need not type, you can just press your up arrow key so that the previous command what and all you have run, that will get executed. Okay, so you can come to the down key. You can use up arrows and down arrows just to see your commands. Okay, so now I am using object. So remove in the sense, now I can use side arrows, that is left and right. So I can go this way and this way. Now I am going to remove my A1 object. So click enter, that is removed. Now I can press my up arrow and I can see this objects again. So now you can see only two objects that are present. So you are very clear, I feel, with these basics commands. So when you didn't define any object and you are giving like 10 plus 5 and you are running this, what will happen is you will get the result, but this result will not be stored in the environment since you have not defined this result in any of the object. Are you clear? So now here we have defined all the objects, but here we have just typed the numbers and just we wanted the result. That's it. So hence you, in order to store your value, either you can give it in the object in the left side or right side, that doesn't matter. You give n. Now if you run this, object n not found, because your expression is on the left side and your object is on the right side. So this is not applicable. So now when I change, n is equal to 10 plus 5. Now we have got the value as 15. Okay. So we have seen three functions. One is object, ls also you can give to see what all the object present, and you can use remove options also. So next option is, let us see the max of 1, 35, 10. Now when you run this, see the maximum of these three values is displayed over here. You got it? So 1, 35 and 10, you have the max value 35. So this is easy for you to find out since it is only three values. When you have hundred and hundreds of values, see, when I give max of 1 is to 100, enter, the maximum value is 100. Okay, it is easy for you to see here. So I can proceed this with a comment, maximum of the given numbers. Okay. Now next, what is print option? So in R we have print option. say if you want to print something, print pi. Sorry, control it. So now the value of pi is printed over here. Okay, if you give pi also, if you enter this command, it will get displayed. The beauty of print is nothing but it knows how to format any R value for printing, including the structured values, that is matrices and lines. See, when I give it with an example, you can able to know print of matrix. So matrix of C of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these are the values I just wanted to go with, comma 2, 2. Okay, I have completed it. Right, you got it. Now when I run this command, you can able to see this. See, the value of print is, it has beautifully given us the values that 1, 2, 3, 4 in 2 rows and 2 columns. And if you want to print it like a list, print of list of, give it in quotes, otherwise your values will not get displayed, it will get error. So C comma T. Right, now execute it. See, the values are listed. I hope you're clear with this. So print option is used to structure your data, whatever, either it may be matrices or list. So let's see another one. If you want to print the 0 occurs at 10, comma, how are you? Some random sentence I have to. So when you run this, what happens is unexpected symbol in print. So this will not be taken by R. What you have to do is, if you want to print multiple items like this, that should be separated by a semicolon. So this you have to close the window, semicolon, again you have to give print of 10, semicolon, print of how are you. Right, now we got it. This print of this one, print, that's it. Now when you run this line, again I have got an error. What is that? Unexpected symbol in print, how are you. So since this is a string, I have to give quotes. Now when you run this line, all these 3 lines got printed in a separate new line. Okay, this one is nothing but the starting of this line. So this is the one line. It has one complete sentence. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So if I type few more objects, see, let me show you. D is equal to 1:100. So when I execute this line, it will get executed. Then when I want to view this D, so I can run this. See, from 1 to 100 it got displayed, and you can see some numbers in the braces. It is nothing but the number that is ending 22nd number. The first line consists of 22 characters or numbers, whatever it may be, and the next line is starting with the number 23, not this 23 number. How I can tell you? Objects. So as of now, these 4 objects only we have, right? So I can explain with this itself. See, D is equal to 1 to 100 or 25. Let me go with this. 25 is to 100. Now when I run this, you can see, yeah. Now if you see this, first line consists of 22 numbers. And this is 23rd number. 47 is the 23rd number. So this 23 depicts what is the position of this number. not the value. Okay, it is not any value. 47 is the position. Okay, 23rd position in this series. Okay, this is what has been shown here. Okay, so now it is clear that print command, how it works and all. So next we'll go to the command pat. Pattern is nothing but pattern. So ls of pat is equal to a. Okay, so that should be given in quotes. A. Okay, now if you run, so pat is equal to a character 0. What does it means? If you want to see the characters or the objects that has the letter A. So here I have the object A, B, C, D, N, right? So now what I'll do is damn. Let me give damn. Okay, print damn. Now I'll run this and run this. Now if you run this code, it will show you damn, because this string contains the letter A that has been displayed here. Okay, so if you want a particular starting letter word, so damn I have given here, then this max value I can go with damn 1. I can store this value over here, then run it. So that once if you make change, please run the code, otherwise it will not get updated in your environment space. Okay, so next session we'll go with vectors, data types and all those. So until that, stay tuned. If you like this video, please do share, subscribe and share it with your friends too, and like this video. Thank you.